So these are called battleship gates. They're Japanese only, and they, funny enough, are compatible with English versions of Battle Network 4. The idea of them is you plug them into your Game Boy Advance, and by doing so, you change up the way that you battle. So right now, there's kind of a status screen that's being used, and by inserting special character chips, like this Proto Man right here, you could use Proto Man as a character in this battle mode. So, there's Roll, Gutsman, there's all sorts of chips that you can, collect and select. I like to think of it as just like a collectible card game that has a video game component to it, because, who doesn't love collecting cards? The idea is your Navi has a will of its own. You can give it commands, but you, the human, are the operator, kind of like Lan, and then Mega Man kind of does his own thing. So, because we're the operator, we're the ones selecting and sending him chips to use, and your Navi, like Thunderman or Mega Man or whoever, is dodging and trying to find the right opening to use the attack. So right now, they are setting the initial commands for their Navi, because the Navi works on its own like a little AI system, and I've got a whole case full of battleships here that they can use from. Michael's got his own over there, which is kind of fun, and yeah, once they go right into it, they're going to be able to battle.
You gotta program advance in battle! What the You have to do it very quick.
Oh my god!
Oh god.
Hold them like this, and you have to hold it sideways. Holding L, and then cyber sword, wide sword, and then long sword.
Yeah.
That's when it had the program advance.
Gang, this has been really cool. Every time we've tried to pack up our battle chips and go, someone new has come to take their spot. Someone who gets really excited about the nostalgia. Hey, battle chips, like I had no idea there were real life ones. I had no idea there were gates that you could play with. People who just vibe with the anime, who vibe with the Legacy Collection. Obviously, wearing the outfit helps a little bit too, but it's just been amazing. I can't believe how many folks have come out. It just makes me want to do more conventions just to share the word, and obviously more tournaments too, as you guys know I like to run. This event was one of the things we did at MomoCon. It was a ton of fun in Atlanta, Georgia, meeting up with Mega Man fans and playing with these real-life chips. And if you are interested in the same thing, being able to play with Battleship Gates and meeting up with other Mega Man friends, definitely consider coming out to Camp Demi in Los Angeles. We are having a big, fun 3-day Airbnb event in October. That's the 11th through the 13th. If you have any interest at all, please do DM me. I've got experience running other Airbnb events like you can see right here from previous years, as well as other tournaments. It's going to be a ton of fun. So again, just DM me on Discord. We'd love to have you. Ugh, it looks so good.
Yeah.
With that backlit screen and everything. All right, what chip are you going for? Are you going for Thunderman, Mega Man? Which one do you think is your...
I'm going for Bandit.
I'll do, well, I might just do Thunderman.
I like it. Gotta rep your boy.
What was
The cool thing too about us using the regular Game Boy Advances as opposed to the SPs is that the port for the link cable is backwards for an SP. So if you want to play with this mode, you have to put in chips backwards, which you can do, but it's a little finicky. I'm really glad we've got two solid ones that we can just use the front-facing side for. So these are all the Navis that are possible to play with. Not all of them are possible in this mode. These ones at the bottom are 4.5 Navis like Napalm Man and Iceman that aren't in, the baseline BN4 game. But if you are a Soul Unison Navi like Roll right here, who was requested, you can take the chip.
Well, we got the video of you putting it in.
And there she is.
All right, so first one, this one here. What's this one?
Okay, that is called Black Weapon. That is a chip that is exclusive to the physical chips or 4.5. It basically raises all your Buster stats to the max at the cost of a pretty big HP bug. Love that evil looking art. It was a promotional chip. And again, it's not something that you could legally play with in BN4. That's a 4.5 chip or a real life battle chip.
Wow, and what about these three here? I don't recognize any of them.
Yeah, these are also chips that are unique to the real life battleships. That's sword mode, cannon mode, or cannonball mode, and cannon mode right there. They basically make it so that Mega Man just spams that chip for quite a while. So he'll just spam swords, he'll spam cannonballs, crack up the field, spam, I think, mega cannons, which is fun. These chips down below here are also unique to real life battle chips. So you got like fire plus 40, thunder plus 40, double water, double wood. I don't know why some are plus 40 and some are double. Must be a balancing thing. And the last really weird one. It's called marking.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, this is another one, like Mega Man and Gutsman hanging out together. You turn green invincible, like the fanfare invincibility, and you just spam your buster. So it's a really good combo with Black Weapon when your buster stats are at the max.
Yeah, I recognize a lot of these over here.
Yeah, those are the only chips that are unique to the physical real life versions.
I don't know that one.
Black Barrier.
Yeah, so that's Black Barrier. A fun story about this chip is that it is not an official chip, even though it's a real life chip. The reason why I say that is because for whatever reason, Black Barrier, Signal Red up above it, and then Burn Man, for whatever reason, are chips that were never created officially. Just an oversight, or maybe they had a promotional release that never happened. So our good friend Tofu, who you may know from our arcade documentary, he is the one who made these. He did a great job with 3D printing and pins, making them official and look great. I don't know where they went to get the labels, because the labels also look really good.
They do. The whole thing looks official.
Yeah, but they're not real. Those are the only chips that I have that aren't real, as well, of course. The regular Burn Man, as I was talking about right there. And then for whatever reason, Life Sync or Life Synchro was a chip that was never made in Japanese, but there's an official English version, so I prefer to use that. Zero functionality with the games at all.
Storage kind of.
Yeah, you can store like 10 chips in there. You can feel like you're in the anime spitting them out, and it's got a little clip for the gate you can put in it. But again, there's no functionality. It's just yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so you opened up this, or rather, you bought this wristband today. And what did you get on the inside?
I got Winsole.
Very cool.
And it also came with a battle chip. Let me take that out. We got counter.
Oh, check it out.
And then it also came with this candy. I don't. I question if it's still good.
Don't question it.
Don't question it.
Yeah, that's probably a 15-year-old candy right there. Very exciting stuff.
Oh, taste test it.
Oh my. Yo, there he is. Love it. So right now, yeah, Proto Man was waiting for a good time to use the cannon. Now you gotta wait for the custom to be at yellow to do the next chip. Right now, because the shield is being spammed, he's not able to charge up your custom to use more attacks. So shield is nice for defenses, but it's not gonna help you, proactively increase your game. Let's see what chip we've got. What's Crazy DK holding? Oh yeah, spicy. And that's a pretty good spot to use it too.
Get him.
Black Man. Ooh.
Down low.
I like it.
Oh.
If you want to use that Giga chip, it's got to be fully red, so you got to be a completely full custom screen.
Let's go.
Wow, and it hits!
Delete.
Well done, my friend.
Good game.
The patience of that, waiting for that red gauge, so cool. Had to be at a blue for that mega chip, and I see you got it. Look at that. Oh, Thunderman by accident. We'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yep, so the mega chips are cool because they're powerful, but you gotta have the blue custom gauge to make that happen. The main ways to do things in this mode, it's like if you hit left and right on the D-pad, that's gonna tell your Navi to move left or right. If you go up or down, you can tell it to put in different commands. And otherwise, you're basically just like trying to use your chips, trying to wait for the opponent to have some good spots and good openings, and going right for it. Ooh!
Insert multiple battle chips at a time, or like not at a time, but during the same session?
Yeah, you sure can. Most chips are up to 3 times. Some of them, like the Mega and Giga chips, are only 1 time per battle. But then, sometimes the chips don't read the right way, so maybe the one chip you're holding might accidentally give you an extra use of something else. So that's kind of the nature of these old, 20-year-old toys that we're playing with. So.
And what about the timing? As far as like, so say if I wanted to try to get a combo with something like magnet and then also like gut punch, how would I have to time that? Would I have to will Mega Man hold on to the chip you inserted until he's used it, and in between then in that point you can insert another one and he kind of like has a backlog of what he's supposed to use?
Yeah, I wish that were the case. Every time you insert a chip, it's going to be one and done. So you got to be really quick if you want to, combo up 2 chips together. And as you guys may have noticed, the way the custom gauge works is a little different in this. It'll fill up, and then as you use a chip, it will deplete some of it. So if you wanted to do 2 chips back to back, you need to make sure that you're at least 2/3 full, so that when you use the first chip, a third goes away, and then you have enough custom gauge to use the next one after that too. So there's an element of waiting. There's an element of maybe biding your time to do a powerful chip or multiple in succession, or just jamming them aggressively every time the custom gauge fills up a little bit. So different kind of mode.
What about the program advance?
What a great question. So I believe the button you hit is select. If you hold the select button, your Navi will stay in place, and it will take chips one at a time. However, you got to be fast because you're prone, right? You're a sitting duck while you're just standing in space. So usually you want to do something like an invis or a barrier, and you go for, then you can go for your sword, wide sword, long sword, program advance. Exactly, yep, just like that. They're very hard to do program advances. Very, very tough. But
That makes sense in the canon.
that sure does make sense, yeah. Okay, so we were playing with really old games today with all these interesting Japanese toys and trinkets. What was your overall take on everything?
It was really, really freaking cool. Like, my inner child was just pretty much just losing his mind seeing this. This is 10-year-old me's like dream come true to have like real life net battling, like with a friend, with other people, just hang out, just having a good time. It's just awesome, honestly.
Still trying to process everything because of how many program advances were getting hit towards me, but honest to God, this has been like one of the greatest experiences I had with like this entire franchise. Just coming here, seeing actual people around here who are also interested in this, and also being able to actually play with the real battle chips in game, like I'm landing Kari. I don't know any words can really explain this. It's just like a magical experience for me as someone who's been a fan of this franchise for years.
They finally give you like the one-to-one. It's like, oh, I can play the same way they can rather than like how you normally play it on the Game Boy for like years. So it's like a wonderful experience to have something from back then to do now.
Today was so cool. I can't believe how many people showed up and were interested in playing with our battle chips and battle chip gates. It was an extremely fun time. I really had modest expectations. I thought maybe just our Airbnb would show up, but again, so many people came. There were so many times that we wanted to pack up and start moving to a different area, but felt like, oh no, there's someone else here. Let's go say hello. I don't know, just makes me feel like a Mega Man is going alive and well, and it's cool to see that there's so much love and passion for something that wasn't as represented when it comes to costumes and when it comes to just activities around. Wild.